Las Vegas, November 1999. The courtroom is buzzing, but not with the usual legal drama. News cameras are rolling, and people are whispering and snickering. On the floor, in front of the judge, a divorced couple is crouching, silently dividing piles of brightly colored Beanie Babies. The judge, Gerald Hardcastle, looks down at the strange scene and announces his verdict. The collection must be split, one toy at a time, right here, right now. This isn't about toys, he observes. It's about control. Frances and Harold Mountain, divorced for 4 months, start picking their plush animals. Their backs are turned to the laughter and the camera flashes. Maple the bear is the first to go. The moment is utterly ridiculous and completely unforgettable. The world is watching 2 adults fight over stuffed toys. Everyone in that room knows this isn't how divorces are supposed to go, but in the grip of Beanie Mania, this is what it had come to. So, how did these little plush toys become the most insane collectible of the decade? It all started with Ty Inc. and its founder, Ty Warner, who was a genius at creating artificial scarcity. He'd only make a few of each Beanie Baby, and then abruptly retire certain designs, making them gone forever. Word spread like wildfire among collectors. Suddenly, rumors and speculation turned into a full-blown craze. Kids and parents were lining up outside toy stores for hours, and adults were haunting the aisles, desperate to find a rare one. Beanie Babies weren't just toys anymore, they were investments. Newspapers and morning shows fanned the flames, and by the late 90s, it felt like everyone, everywhere, was trying to get in on the action. The Mountain family of Las Vegas was no different. They got swept up in Beanie Mania just like everyone else. What started as a fun hobby for Frances and Harold quickly morphed into a serious hunt for rare editions. But their marriage was already on shaky ground, and the growing pressure of money, collectibles, and resentment didn't help. When they decided to divorce, their Beanie Baby collection, valued somewhere between $2,000 and $5,000, became one of their most bitterly contested assets. The toys that once might have been a fun, shared interest were now just another battleground, showing just how much a material obsession can poison a relationship. You have to understand, at this point, the frenzy was at its peak. Beanie Babies were fetching insane prices online and at swap meets. That purple Princess the Bear or the rare royal blue Peanut the Elephant, rumors said they could sell for over $5,000. Dealers were setting up tables, scalpers were hoarding, and shelves were being cleared out within minutes of a new shipment arriving. TV news was full of stories about regular families stockpiling these plush animals, believing they were securing their kids' college funds or their own retirement. The media fed the hysteria, sharing tales of people flipping beanies for thousands of dollars. But what almost no one realized was that the entire market was built on pure hype. Experts were already warning of a bubble, but nobody wanted to listen. The hope of striking it rich was just too powerful. Back in that Las Vegas courtroom, Frances and Harold Mountain had reached a complete stalemate. They simply could not agree on how to divide their collection. Every attempt to negotiate had failed, drowned out by anger and possessiveness. So Harold filed a formal legal motion demanding his share. Judge Hardcastle had seen his fair share of property disputes, but never anything like this. He was disgusted by the waste of the court's time and resources. So he came up with a radical solution. He ordered the couple to bring all of their beanies to the courthouse, spread them out on the floor, and take turns picking one until every last toy was gone. This absurd scene played out right in front of reporters, who captured the moment for the world to see, immortalizing it in photos and on film. Within days, the images of the Mountains dividing their Beanie Babies on the courtroom floor went viral, or what passed for viral in 1999. Adults fighting over stuffed animals became a national punchline, a perfect symbol of the excess and absurdity of the 90s. The press had a field day. The story was picked up by international news outlets. This deeply personal and probably humiliating moment for the couple was instantly transformed into a legendary piece of pop culture history. It was featured in documentaries, news retrospectives, and has been a meme for decades since. The Beanie Baby divorce was officially a phenomenon. But then, the inevitable happened. By the early 2000s, the Beanie Baby bubble didn't just leak, it exploded. The resale prices completely collapsed. Collections that people thought were worth tens of thousands of dollars became virtually worthless overnight. That so-called fortune that Francis and Harold fought over in the Las Vegas courtroom. It was now just a box of plush toys you'd be lucky to sell for a few bucks on eBay. Their prized possessions became a bitter reminder of a bizarre battle over nothing, and they weren't alone. All across the country, collectors were left stunned and disappointed as their investments turned to dust. Even the famous Princess Diana bear, which once allegedly sold for $100,000 at a charity auction, can now be found for under $30. Today, the Beanie Baby divorce remains the defining image of that whole era of collectible insanity. It's a cautionary tale about greed, obsession, and what can happen when we lose perspective. Decades later, that famous photograph still pops up in articles, blogs, and documentaries. It's a funhouse mirror reflecting the 1990s, showing how a simple fad can warp our lives in the strangest ways. The craze turned treasures into trash. But that courtroom scene lives on as an unforgettable snapshot of one of America's weirdest pop culture moments. Who knows? Maybe you still have a box of beanies gathering dust in your attic. But everyone remembers the day two adults divided their assets, one plush animal at a time. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.